Hi, I'm Charmayne James, and I'm going to be talking about the fundamentals that a beginner rider needs to know. The first thing you need to be able to do is keep your right hand on the right hand side and your left hand on the left hand side. You want to create good habits from the beginning and keep your elbows bent, okay? And when you're turning, everything is going to be done with sometimes opening and closing your hands and doing it with your pinky, okay? There's not going to be any of this pulling around and back to here. Okay, everything's going to be right in front of you. Keep that horse right between your hands. Okay, this will create good habits when you're running barrels, because when you're running with one hand on the barrels and going like this, your hand's going to still be setting in that same place. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about leads. You need to be able to feel if your horse is on the correct lead or not. Okay. What a lead is when the inside legs are leading the outside legs. So right now my horse is in the correct leads, okay? I'm going to go the other way. I'm still in the correct leads. We'll come back this way. Come back around again. Okay, now you can see that my horse is tracking around in the incorrect lead. The outside legs are ahead of the inside legs, okay? This is something that a beginner rider should feel that is incorrect, okay? You want both inside legs to be ahead of the outside legs. So I'm going to fix this by speeding her up a little bit, using a little outside leg. Boom, she switched. Now she's on the correct leads, okay? Now we're going to work on the stop. Okay, so when you get ready to stop a horse, you want to always, your most powerful thing to stop with is to make sure you're sitting, and then you just tell them, whoa. Set your hands, back her up. When she tucked her head and gave to me right there, I released her. I'm going to back her up again. When she gives to me, I'm going to release. I'm going to back her up. When she gives, I'm going to release. Okay, that's how you start teaching them to back up. Now, I don't want to walk off the first thing. I want to turn her around. Okay? And then you can take off going the other direction, okay? And you want to start off working on your stops, probably at a trot like this. Whoa. Back her up, give. I'm going to give back. And I'm not jerking. I'm just taking the slack out of the reins. And when she gives to me, I release. That's the reward for giving their head. Back up. When they drop their nose, I'm going to give it back. Okay? And then I'll turn off and go a different direction. Okay? So the best way to learn good balance and riding is just getting out and riding every single day. Lots of hours spent. Just getting comfortable on there so you don't feel scared when you go to the barrels. You want to be able to go around the barrels nice and loose and melted onto that horse's back versus being tight and tense. And there's nothing that can replace just hours spent riding your horse and enjoying them, okay? So we're going to go up. We're going to go through the barrel pattern, the things that the rider needs to know on the barrels. The first thing when you start is make sure you're centered with the third barrel before you ever take off, okay? Picture your imaginary line out to your 6 steps, okay? If you walk in from our first barrel, about 6 steps, that's where we want to draw our imaginary line to, okay? As we take off, we want to make sure our right hand's on the right hand side, our left hand's on the left hand side. We cannot guide correctly to the first barrel without 2 hands on the reins. You can't guide with just one hand because you can see how it immediately turned my horse in. So I need both reins here. If I'm pointed a little too straight at the barrel, I got to redirect with my outside rein, okay? So we're going to go around this barrel. I'm going to look over the outside ear. My weight is sitting to the outside, okay? I'm going to come on around the barrel. Now, what I see a lot of beginners do when they get on, and I'm on a young horse, but they'll start turning this barrel real close and keep that horse real bent around the barrel, okay? Remember that when that horse is making a run, it's got to have room to stride out. That's why you want to go 4 feet to the right and 4 feet past it, okay? Aim your horse's head 4 feet to the right and 4 feet past it, looking over that outside ear, okay? Making sure that horse gets all the way up and around it. I'm just kind of closing my hand, lifting up to finish the back of the turns, okay? My eyes are looking over the outside. When I get to the turn, I'm sitting, melting on that horse's back. I'm going to lift up to turn, okay? You want to pick out the timers and you want to ride to a spot past those timers if you're running out. Okay, we're going to do a lope through for the beginners, and what you want to pay attention to is make sure you're lined up center with your third barrel, okay? And when you lope to that first barrel, you want to make sure that that horse is on the correct lead, okay? So we'll lope. You're going to use a little outside leg. Okay, let's keep them nice and soft through the face. Let's make sure they hold that lead all the way around the barrel. Break to a trot. Pick up that left lead. Okay, hold that lead all the way around. Make sure you stay sitting in the turns. Look over that outside ear, 4 feet to the right, 4 feet past it, and then lope back. And when you're running out, make sure you run all the way past that electric eye.